The special topic for today is the orcas, the southern resident pods that live around the San Juan Islands, the Puget Sound, J, K, and L pods. There's 75 surviving members right now. In the news, you know, the Tahlequah, one of the females lost her newborn and carried her on her nose above the surface for 17 days, which is unheard of. I mean, it's just not observed behavior in the natural world to put in that much effort when they're essentially starving and struggling, and to put in that much effort. What is that about? You know, what is that message? These are conscious beings. They have a higher level of consciousness than you or I. I mean, on average. There's special beings, obviously. Humans are raising their consciousness, and it's great, and they participate in that, and they want that. But we always think that we're kind of the center of the universe, you know, and I'm just going to break it to you. We're not. We're humans. We're important. We have a role to play, but one of the roles we need to work on is our humility in this natural world and all these animal teachers. And to lose a group like this, you know, when we know that the causes are human caused, from toxins and plastics that we put in the environment, and noise from shipping traffic, you know, that plane going overhead, you know, that disrupts our conversation. Those big ships, they communicate with each other and keep their family unit together and do all their hunting and teaching with their voices and the sounds and the listening, and they can't hear each other, and they can't hear the food. It's echolocation. It's disrupting their patterns, and they want to put more ships out there, and they want to run tar sands across Canada and pipelines and ship them out of the Vancouver area and the Fraser River Valley and Bellingham, Whatcom County. Can't do it. And the other big factor for these animals is how much food they need, because you know how large they are. You know, I won't go into the captive thing. A lot of their members were stolen, you know, in the 60s and 70s to populate zoos to teach children about orcas. Well, I don't know if that's the way. I don't think we're going to do that anymore. But the wild ones need a lot of help, and the big thing they need is food. And they don't eat what we hand them. They hunt. They hunt at the rivers. They hunt at the river mouths. And these rivers provide their food right here. The salmon runs are their lifeblood. Not all orcas hunt that way. Some hunt porpoises, you know, the transient orcas that also pass through the San Juans hunt differently. This is a salmon eating organism. That's what they need, and we know that they're not getting enough coming down the Snake, and we know it's because of the dams. So, you know, there's politics involved, and there's a lot of difficulty in reaching agreement and making change in our society around this stuff, these old patterns and this old infrastructure that somebody's getting a little bit of power out of, electricity, a little bit of water for their farm. It's going to be really hard. Bringing it back to the ceremony, you know, humans doing this work, it's also hard. And we practice, and we prepare, and we train, and we do difficult things because it's necessary for the planet to survive. There isn't another way. The way forward is difficult, and I'm sorry to tell those who want it to be easy and want an easy out, but we know the right thing to do. We got to bring the dams down. There's a meeting in a few days in Anacortes with a task force from Jay Inslee, Governor of Washington, organizing to try and figure out what to do, and I'm just offering my opinion or my insight or my wisdom based on my connection to the water and the land and the spirit of these animals that everyone needs to believe that it's possible. Everyone needs to pray that it will happen. Everyone needs to put their energy into the water and focus on it, and focus positive energy towards the water, the ocean, imagining it clean, imagining it healthy, imagining them eating, imagining them having offspring that are thriving, and that helps. And we know this, and then we have to take action based on that love that we feel and that determination to make it right, to restore. Nature will do her thing, like with the Elwha. We brought that dam down, the salmon returned almost immediately in like unexpected volume, just like they knew where to be. So let's do that, and I'll record some more. I went over my 10-minute allotment, but hopefully this helps me or someone in the future. Have a good day.